what is going on YouTube? It is about Lucky HD here, and today I'm bringing you guys another Minecraft pixel art build. Today we're going to be once again doing Sasuke 6 Paths Part 4. Now before we get into the build, let me tell you the blocks we're going to be needing for today's build. So we're going to be needing black concrete and potentially a placement block. So we're going to take our gold, because as you know, I don't like gold, I don't want to use it. So that's going to be our placement block. And without further ado, we're going to hopefully complete the outline today. Now we should be able to do from here all the way around up and to here. So we may not get the face in, or maybe get some of the face details. We'll leave the face details for just its own part, and again the shaded in for its own part. But we'll see. Without further ado though, we're going to move on to the left hand side. While we're flying over here, if you enjoyed these videos, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. And again, if you've got any suggestions in the comment, feel free to say, because I'm always open and happy to do some. Again, I don't guarantee I'll do every single one, but I will try my best to do ones that lots of people want to see, and just in general ones that I think are interesting. So, without further ado, we're going to move on to the build. And anyway, moving on with the build, once we are on this left hand side, we're going to do 2 uplift diagonals from here. So 1 and 2, and on this second one we're going to place 1 on top. Then do another 2 uplift diagonals, so 1 and 2, and then we're going to place 1 on top, just like so. And then we're going to repeat this 2 right here 2 more times in an up left diagonal direction. So up left, 1 on top, that's 1, and there's 2. Should be 3 in total, so 1, 2, 3. Once done 3, back up to the top. Then, once we are back at the top, we're going to do another up left diagonal, and place 2 on top, so 1, 2. Then, do 2 more up left diagonals, so 1 and 2. And on the second one, we're going to go by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, do another up left diagonal, place 1 on top. Then do another up left diagonal, and we're going to place 3 on top, so 1, 2, 3. Then do another up left diagonal, and we're going to go up by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do another up left diagonal, and go up by 4 again, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here, what we're going to do is that we're going to place 1 to the left, and then we're going to go underneath and place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. And then we're going to fly back up to the top on the left hand side of these 3 that we just placed here, and we're going to go up by 2, so 1 and 2. And then from this second one that we've done, we're going to place 1 to the left, just like so. And then from this second one here that we've placed 1 to the left to, we're going to go up by 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to fly back down over to here, so to the right hand side over here, and we're just going to go all the way up so we're in line with our left hand side here. So we should be looking like this so far. And once we've done that, fly back in, and we're going to fly over to the left hand side, and what we're going to do is we're going to do an up left diagonal from here, and from the up left diagonal we're going to go up by 3, so 1, 2, 3, and do another up left diagonal and go up by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do another up left diagonal and go up by another 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then do 2 more lots of this one right here in an up left diagonal direction. So up left, up by 3, 1, 2, 3, that's 1, and that's 2. So that should be 3 in total, so 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to fly back in, and then we're going to do another up left diagonal, and then we're going to go up by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do another up left diagonal, and this time we're going to go up by 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do another up left diagonal, and we're going to go up by 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now once we've done that, we're done right there. We're going to just zoom out, and there you go, you can see what we've done. And once we've done that, we're going to fly back down to the big fixed squarey thing, whatever here, rectangle. So back down here, and we're going to fly to the right hand side one right here. And then once we've flown back to the right hand side here, we're going to go up by 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Once you have done your 28, we're going to do an upright diagonal. And then we're going to go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal. And for now, we'll go up by 1. Place 1 to the right. And then go underneath by 1. Just like so. And then fly back up to the top on the left hand side here. And we're going to go up by 5 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do an up left diagonal. And we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do another up left diagonal. And we're going to go up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do another up left diagonal and go up by another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go, we're done with that little sector there. We're going to fly back down to where we placed the 2 to the right. So right here. Big chunky rectangle thingy. Square thing. Whatever. Right, once we have flown to here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And then from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to go underneath by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And go down by 2. So 1 and 2. There we go. And do another bottom right diagonal. And we're going to go down by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for now, we're going to place 2 going to the left from here. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to fly back into the right to this block where we just left off, so in the right corner. And we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And we're going to go underneath by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to place 2 to the right. So 1, 2. And fly back into the left, back to here. And then once we've flown back to here, we're going to place 2 going underneath. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to place 1 to the right. And then we're going to place 1 underneath. Then place 1 to the right. Then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And then place 1 underneath, just like so. Then we're going to fly back up to here. So right here where I'm looking at right here. And I'm going to place 1 on top to make it a square. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So go up to the left hand side here. Place 1 on top so it's another square. So, and there you go. It should look like that. And as you can see, it looks exactly like that. And once we have done that, we're going to fly over to that one block sticking up there. So where we place 2 to the right. And once we've flown back to here, we're going to go up from this block by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an upright diagonal. And then we're going to place 1 to the right, and fly back into the left, and go up by 2. So 1, 2. And place 1 to the right again, and fly back into the left. And go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do an upright diagonal. Go up by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then do another upright diagonal. And go up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do another upright diagonal. And go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do another upright diagonal. And go up by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to place 1 to the right. Then we're going to place 2 on top. So 1, 2. Fly back down to the bottom here. Place another 1 to the right. Then from this right one here, we're going to place 4 going underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do a bottom right diagonal. And then we're going to place 3 underneath. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to zoom out. And you can see right there it's in line with that. And as you can see so far, we should be looking like this. Now I'm going to fly back in. Once we've done this, we're going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. So, bottom right, And we're going to go underneath by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by 2. So 1, 2. And do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by another 2. So 1, 2. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by another 2. So 1 and 2. And then do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by 1. And do another bottom right diagonal. And go underneath by 2. So 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by another 2. So 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by 1. Do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by another 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal. And go underneath by 2. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And go underneath by 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal. And we're going to go underneath by 3 this time. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal. And go underneath by 1. And we're going to fly back up to this 3 here. So the 3 that was going down from here. So this in total is 4. So we're just going up to the next line. And we're going to fly up to the top. And from the top we're going to go down by 3, including the top block. So 1, 2, 3. And place 1 to the left. So right there. And then there we go. That's all we're going to do for now. We are basically... We'll be coming back to here to do the eyebrow. In the next part. So once we've done that, we're going to fly back down to the bottom here where we just place these 2 going down here. And then from here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal and go underneath that by 2. So 1 and 2. Do another bottom right diagonal and we're going to go underneath by another 2. So 1 and 2. Then fly up by 1 to the middle one here. And we're going to place 1 to the left and 2 going underneath. So 1 and 2. Just like so. Then we're going to fly back up to the top to this one here. And then once we've flown back up to this one here, we're going to place 1 to the right. And then we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And from this 4th one, fly down by 1. So right here. And we're going to place 1 to the right. And again, I think that's all we're going to do for now. We'll come back to there in the next part. And then fly back up to here. So back where we just left off over here. And we're going to do an up left diagonal. And we're going to go up by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And do another up left diagonal. And to go up by 15 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then do another up left diagonal. And go up by 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're just going to have a little zoom out and see what we've done so far. There you can see what I've done right there. Now I'm going to fly back in. Just a little quick look. And once we've flown back over to where we left off, we're going to do an upright diagonal. Now from this upright diagonal, we're going to do an up left diagonal. And go up by 1. Then do another up left diagonal and go up by another 1. And do another up left diagonal. Go up by 2 this time, so 1 and 2. And then do another up left diagonal and go up by 1. And zoom out. And there you go, that's that little part done there. Then we're going to fly over to the right hand side to this one little one sticking out here. And once we've flown over to here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal and go underneath it by 2. So 1 and 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, go underneath by 1, do another bottom right diagonal, and go underneath by another 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal, go underneath by 2, so 1 and 2. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and go underneath by another 1. Then repeat this 3 more times in a bottom right diagonal direction. So, bottom right, underneath by 1, that's 1, that's 2. And there is 3. It should be 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then fly back down to the bottom here. Do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by 2. So 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal. And go underneath by another 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal. And do another bottom right diagonal. And go underneath by another 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal. Go underneath by 2, so 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal and go underneath by 1. Then from here, do a bottom left diagonal, and then float back over to here, back to the right where we did this bottom left diagonal from, and then do a bottom right diagonal, and then from this bottom right diagonal, we'll go underneath by 2, so 1 and 2. So again, we'll be coming back to this bottom left diagonal right here, and float back over to the 2 here. So, once we've flown back up to here, do another bottom right diagonal, place 1 underneath, and do another bottom right diagonal, place another 1 underneath, and do another bottom right diagonal, place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, place another 1 underneath, and then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, place another 1 underneath, and then do another bottom right diagonal, place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, place another 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal, place 1 underneath, and then we're going to place 5 to the left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then from this 5th one, place 1 underneath, and place 1 to the left, and then 1 on top. Then we're going to place another 2 to the left from the top one here, so 1 and 2, and then do an up left diagonal, and place 1 to the left, and do another up left diagonal, and place 2 going up, so 1 and 2. Then we're going to place 1 to the left, 1 underneath, and fly back up to the top on the right hand side right here, and we're going to place 1 to the right, just like so. So we should look like that. Then fly back over, we're going to place 2 on top, so 1 and 2. Then do an up left diagonal, and then do a bottom left diagonal, then fly back up to the up left diagonal we did right here, and we're going to go up by 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then do an up right diagonal, and go up by 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as you can see we connect to the top one there. So basically gone back up to that up left diagonal, well, that bottom left diagonal we did earlier. Once we've done that, we're going to fly back over to that corner here where we left off. So back to this bottom right corner over here. Once we have flown back to here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal and go underneath that bottom right diagonal by 2. So 1, 2, and do another bottom right diagonal, go underneath by 1, and do another bottom right diagonal, and go underneath by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and do another bottom right diagonal, go underneath by 2, and then we're going to place 1 to the right, and place 2 underneath, so 1, 2, and fly back up to the top, on top, and on top we're just going to place 2 on top for now, so 1 and 2. So basically we're just back to there. And I think my voice cracked there. So many times, there's so many words being spoken, so often. Then we're going to fly back over to the right hand side, so back to here, and we're going to go up by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to place 1 going to the right. Then fly back over to the left hand side, and we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place 1 to the right. Then, once we've done this, fly back into the left hand side here, and we're going to go up by 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now, I'm just going to take up my placement block, and just so we know that we've done 28 correctly, we're going to go all the way to the left hand side, or attempt to, right, and as you can see, we connect to the second lower block to this 2 here. I just wanted to basically do that just so you know you got it correctly. I don't do it for all of them, but sometimes on the big ones, sometimes it just helps, makes things a bit easier. So it's that 2 next to the 3 going up, and then the 1 underneath, just like so. So we have done it correctly, basically. And then we're just going to fly and break our placement blocks. Then from this 28 that we just went up by, we're going to do an up left diagonal. We're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to place 2 to the right, so 1 and 2. Fly back into the left, place 1 on top, and place 1 to the left. And then we're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then fly on to the right hand side right here. So this block right here that we placed 2 to the right to. Once we've flown over to here, we're going to place 4 going underneath. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. We'll place 1 underneath. Then do another bottom right diagonal, and we're going to place 2 underneath. So 1 and 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, place another 2 underneath. So 1 and 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal, place another 2 underneath. So 1, 2. Do another bottom right diagonal, place another 2 underneath. So 1 and 2. It should be 4 3s in total there, by the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've done that correctly. Fly back down to here, where we just left off. And then do a bottom right diagonal, and place 1 underneath. Then do another bottom right diagonal, place 2 underneath. So 1, 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal, and we're going to come underneath by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 1 to the right, fly back to the left, and on the left hand side place 1 to the left, and then we're going to place 2 going up, so 1 and 2, and then we're going to fly underneath and place 1 underneath. So again, we'll be coming back to here. Again, it's a bit more the eyebrow, and we're going to fly back over to the one that we placed to the right here. And once we're flying back to here, we're going to place another 1 to the right. Then we're going to go up by 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to place 1 to the right. Also, we're going to move to the left, fly all the way down to the bottom, but 1 away from the bottom, so this one right here, and place 1 to the right. So we zoom out, as you can see we're placing it right there. And once we've done that, fly back in, and we're going to go up by 31 from the left hand side right here. So back to this block here, we're going to go up by 31. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Then we're going to take out a gold block, again place it to the left hand side, and as you can see, we connect to the top block here to the left of it. So I just want to do that again just to make things a bit easier, or just so you know that we've got it correct. Again, I try and add in like any extra detail to try and explain it to the best I can. Again, it's always easier explaining and also watching the video, so listening and watching. And again, we're just going to break this. But again, it literally just makes things a tiny bit easier. And we're going to fly back up to here where we went up by 31, and we're going to go up by 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal, and then do a bottom right diagonal, and go underneath by 2. So 1, 2. Then do another bottom right diagonal, and then do another bottom right diagonal, and go underneath by 1. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and then do another bottom right diagonal, and go underneath by another 1. Then do another bottom right diagonal, go underneath by another 1. Then we're going to do 3 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, and 3. From this third one, place 1 underneath. Then we're going to repeat this 2 here, 2 more times in the bottom right diagonal direction. So bottom right, 1 underneath. That's 1. And that's 2. And there you go, that's 3 in total. So 1, 2, 3. Then fly back in, do a bottom right diagonal, and do another bottom right diagonal, place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and place another 1 underneath. Then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, place another 1 underneath, then another bottom right diagonal, and place another 1 underneath. Then do another bottom right diagonal, place another 1 underneath, and then we're going to place 1 to the left, fly back into the right, and do a bottom right diagonal. So should look like that. Then once we've done that, we're going to fly back in, and then from this one that we've done here, we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and we're going to place 1 underneath, and then we're going to place 3 to the left. So 1, 2, 3. and float back in all the way to the right, so back over to here, and we're going to do a bottom right diagonal, and place one underneath, and then place one to the left, float back to the right, and do another bottom right diagonal, and place one underneath, then do another bottom right diagonal, place another one underneath, and then once we place one underneath, we're going to place another one underneath, and one to the right, and then we're going to place another one to the right, and then we're going to fly up onto top here, and we're going to go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to do an up left diagonal, and we're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're just going to zoom out and have a look at what we've done so far. So far we're looking like this. You can see, like, it's quite complicated there to explain. Well, it's not that complicated, but it's where the eye is, so it's hard for me to follow. But anyway, follow back into here, where we just left off, and we're going to place one to the right here, then flow back to the left, and we're going to go by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then do an up left diagonal. Then we're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and place one to the right, fly back to the left, and place 2 going up. So 1, 2, and then do an up left diagonal. Go up by 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then do another up left diagonal, and then we're going to fly back down to the one that we placed to the right here. So I'll zoom out so you can see this one right here, then do a bottom right diagonal, and place one underneath. Then do 6 more lots of what we just done right here, so in the bottom right diagonal direction. So bottom right, one underneath, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, and that's a 6. Then take out your gold block, place one to the left, this bottom one here, and take out your black concrete and place 2 to the left. Then do bottom left diagonal, place one to the left, and as you can see, it connects in a bottom left diagonal direction to the one right there that we placed to the right of those going up. Which I can't remember how many, but that doesn't matter. Right, and once we've done that, we're going to fly back over and break that gold block. Then we're going to do 2 more lots of this, 2 right here in a bottom right diagonal direction. So bottom right, one underneath, that's 1, and then there's 2, and that should be 9 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to fly back in all the way to the bottom to these 2 right here, so where we just left off, and we're going to do a bottom right diagonal, and we're going to go underneath by 2. So 1, 2, then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and we're going to go underneath by 2. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to place one to the right, and underneath we're going to place 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place one to the right, and one underneath, and then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. And then we're going to fly back up to here, right here, and we're just going to place another one to the left. So we should look like that. And once we've done that, fly back into this bottom right diagonal here. Then we're going to do an upright diagonal from here. And again, we're going to go up, but to make things a bit easier, we're going to go up to the top, to the left hand side, so right where we just left off, but we're going to go up to this singular one going to the right here, so right here, and once you have flown to here, just take out a gold block, and we're going to build a couple to the right. So I'm going to build like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to the right. That should be enough. And then we're going to fly back down to here. So where we are right here. And we're going to take our black concrete and just go all the way up. And so we're just in line with the gold block. So again, we can place another 2 to the right. And there you go. Again, it just makes things a bit easier, you know, bit quicker to explain than counting up. So there you go. So it should be in line like that. And once we have done this, just fly in and destroy your placement block, which is my gold block. So I destroyed all that. Fly back into the right over here. And then we're going to do an up left diagonal. And we're going to go up by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, zoom out, we're done with that little part. We're going to fly down to here, to this chunky bit here on the left hand side here, to this bottom left corner right here. So right here. And from here, we're going to go underneath by 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. And we're going to literally go all the way down to the bottom. To this connecting block that we'll see in a second. Any second now. And there we go. Break those two. And it should be connecting to here, like so, in a bottom left diagonal direction like this, or an upright diagonal direction from this angle here. So I'll zoom out so you can see. And there you go. As you can see, it should look like that. And that is all for the outline. So I'm just going to fully zoom out so we get our full look. And there we go, that is all for part 4. I'm not going to lie, this has taken actually really generally a lot quicker than I thought it was going to go. Like, this is the, well, we've already seen in comparison, it's already bigger than the Naruto build. In comparison in height and a bit in width. Not too much in width, but it definitely is bigger, I think. I think it is. But yeah, well, we completed this so fast, but again, we did make this into a time lapse, so I don't know if just some was already in my head from muscle memory or something like that, or it's just we've got better at explaining and doing these videos. But I think it might be due to the time lapse. I'm not so sure, to be honest. Regardless, this has gone very quick. Apart from this video is actually quite long, but that doesn't matter. I think it's better getting it complete than leaving it into an extra part. And without further ado, I'm going to head off because I don't want to make this any longer. And I need to shut up. And again, if you like these videos, hit that like button and subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. And again, remember, if you've got any suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments. Without further ado, I'm going to head out. So, peace out, bye bye, see you in the next part, or the next video, whatever. Bye bye.